1, 2, 3, clap. Hi, and welcome to Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast. Over in the Scottish office, that's Brogan Hastings.
And over in the Australian branch, it's Wayne Juvenazzi. Juvenazzi? Juvenazzi, I don't know.
Come on, man. You know my name by now. You know it's Juvenazzi.
I'm just trying to make our guest feel more comfortable.
Oh, yes, because speaking of people who do not know my name, we've got a very special guest in our, well, I was going to say studio, but in, I guess if you're in the Scottish branch, I'm in the Aussie branch. Paul must be in the American site office? I don't know. It's Paul Mattingly.
Yeah.
Paul Mattingly from
Hello.
Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. You are technically our first guest, even though Brogan is intent on having Matt Donnelly as our first guest. So I don't know how you feel about that insulted, but I have to say, naturally, you are our favorite Ice Cream Social host.
Of course. I'm the star of Who Scoops.
Exactly, yeah.
He's going to say that to Matt too, Paul. He's going to say it to Matt.
That's not a lie. That I will be saying that to Matt. I mean, it just comes down to you and Matt having a fist fight to decide who we like better. Right. But deep down, you all know it's Jacob anyway.
We don't care. We're interchangeable. People call us each other's names.
Yeah.
It's fine. No,
Matt Mattingly and Paul Donnelly.
It happened.
Like Highlander, there can be only one.
That's right. Got to get that electricity.
Yes.
The quickening.
So, have you already purchased your sword to behead Matt Donnelly, or?
Yes, I have my He-Man sword over there.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
I mean, I actually do have a Sword of the Immortals from Highlander.
You have that?
Yeah,
wow.
the actual sword. Well, I say the actual sword. It wasn't held in the hands of Christopher Lambert or anything like that.
It's a prop replica.
Yeah. It was bestowed to me by Sean Connery.
Really?
No.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, no, I would. I guess I should be surprised. Brogan might actually have bumped into Sean Connery.
Yeah.
You would not. Yeah. Wrong continent.
That's right. Enough. I mean, there was that time I did spend a bit of time in prison on the Rock, so I could have bumped into him then.
Yeah, when he was working security at Alcatraz.
Yeah.
When it was closed.
Yeah.
Whatever. That movie. You're the man now, dog. Here's your sword.
Sean Connery. See, I mean, you did the right thing breaking into the accent, because if our podcast is about nothing else, it's about accents, because that is the true reason why Hey Buddy, Nice Podcast exists. It's not because we were on Ice Cream Social and one guy said, hey, you should start a podcast. It's because we sound funny.
That's half the battle.
Yeah.
But we'll probably do this a bit later, but with the accents, you naturally just went into a Sean Connery there. Is that your default Scottish accent, or do you have like a trigger word that gets you into it?
You have my full permission to go full Scottish, by the way.
I mean, it's just, anybody who does it pretty much just is doing Mike Myers Shrek.
That's right.
That's it.
Well, yeah,
That's all we know. Donkey.
We recently.
Donkey, you crapped in me bed, donkey. I can't believe you fucked the dragon. Oh, my swamp. Ugh, get out my swamp. I got a bog. I can't tell the difference between a swamp and a bog. Ugh, get out.
A bog. You could also say that Donkey did a bog in Shrek's bed, I believe. It's same term.
That's right. He did a bog in me bed and fucked the dragon. Ugh.
See, I can't think Scottish accent.
In the scat play.
I can't think.
Says poop he does.
I appreciate your Mike Myers Shrek Scottish accent, but we've already had this discussion a couple of episodes back that So I Married an Axe Murderer Scottish Mike Myers is superior.
Sure.
Yeah. Because it's a well-known fact on
He used to do the thing on the SNL when he was the Scottish
All Things Scottish.
That's right. That was what it was. All Things Scottish was the store. It's like, look at the bloody map. Here's Scotland, here's Ireland. In the middle's a bloody sea.
We were talking about this earlier, like Wayne said a couple of episodes ago, where Wayne loves the bit from So I Married an Axe Murderer where he talks about the Pentaverate. Mm-hmm. So at the earliest opportunity, he was like, I need you to do the speech in an actual Scottish accent.
Yeah, need to see what it sounds like.
Yeah, and I had to literally sit there and go, right, You're doing this in your own accent. You are not doing a Mike Myers impression.
Yeah, which is exactly what you said. Everyone's Scottish accent. Sorry, Brogan, I almost said Irish. Scottish accent is just Mike Myers doing a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Don't do a Jacob on me here, man.
Was his father a Scotsman?
No, they were British. They were expats, basically, from Britain to Canada.
Right.
And if you haven't read or listened to Mike Myers' book Canada, it's pretty good. It's funny, but also informative.
The talented guy, that Mike Myers. Knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah. Have you watched The Pentaverate yet, or do you plan on watching The Pentaverate? It's pretty good. Not. The best compliment I can give it after some tragic Mike Myers movies is that it is not just written by Mike Myers. The Pentaverate. He needed extra people, I think, to make it relevant.
Sure. He got some good outside voices.
Yeah, but don't make no mistake, it's Mike Myers hilarity. It's still got the Mike Myers flavor.
Oh, maybe I'll have to check it out then.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I love the Austin Powers movie. I saw the first one in theaters.
I feel so attacked. I feel attacked on multiple levels because I was just having this discussion with Brogan, and I felt attacked for over 4 years now because you and I have actually had this discussion as well, Paul, when I was in the Churn in 2018 about Austin Powers 3. I said that it was a terrible movie and you said it was great. And then I mentioned that that I wasn't a fan of the movie to Brogan yesterday, I think. And Brogan's like, oh, that was the first Austin Powers movie I actually saw. And it's like, are you just like fucking flexing here to say how young you are, or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm going the opposite direction. I'm flexing to say how old I am.
Yeah. See, I saw every Austin Powers movie in the theater as well. So
there you go. Yeah.
So number 3, actually.
I was 4 when the first one came out.
Not quite the target demo.
No.
Not quite.
See, I think the reason I do not like number 3, it's my own fault. I mean, as always, anything that I have a problem with is usually because I'm an asshole. I entered a radio competition. It was, like, call in and be caller number 10, and you can win tickets to the local premiere of Austin Powers 3 Gold Member, starring Mike Myers and Beyonce Knowles. So I phoned the number, and it's like, hey, caller 10, congratulations, you're going to the movies on us. It's like, okay, great. And it's like, yeah, but you're going to have to do your best Mike Myers impression, best Austin Powers impression. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, baby. It's like, that's good enough. You're going to the movies. And I think Matt has sort of talked about comedy snobbery before, where I loved number 1 and 2, and that's what made me a big Mike Myers fan. Or actually, that's not Wayne's World, but that's neither here nor there. But watching the movie, everyone's having a great time laughing at these jokes, and I'm like, these are mediocre at best. So I don't think I was hating the movie. I think I was hating the people around me. So I give the movie more flack than I feel like I should.
It's like, how dare you have fun to this mediocre movie?
Yeah.
It's a dumb movie, but it's fun.
Yeah. I've watched it multiple times since, and of course I enjoy it every time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't say the same thing about The Love Guru, but
I saw that one in cinemas. That was a mistake.
A mistake on your behalf, or a mistake on, was it New Line Cinema, or whoever put that movie out?
I think it was a mistake on everybody's behalf. I think that was the point when the world started to turn. That was That's
things haven't gotten a lot better since Love Guru.
No.
We know the starting point now. We know when we have to go back in time to stop this path from happening.
That is the declination point. Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is our 7-Eleven walk part of the podcast. It's 7-Eleven walk because, as you're aware, me and Brogan, we've not really been friends for too long. The first time we met was in Las Vegas for Scoop Fest. In total, we've spent maybe a week and a half with each other in each other's presence. But one thing we were regularly doing was walking up to 7-Eleven, and we would just shoot the shit, basically. I had a segue. I forgot where I was going. But that's okay. That's why we edit. Okay, yes, I remember now. Sorry.
This actually happened in real life, too. We would just talk. I don't know what I was talking about. Fuck it.
So yeah, we would just talk and shoot the shit. And it's sort of become our lore, our LORE, not Judge Dredd, I am the law kind of thing.
Got it.
Which got me thinking, all right, we've got a story behind our friendship. Maybe that's something we can sort of play into with our guests and see if they have any interesting stories about the first time they met a friend, whether it's a funny story, even a sad or tragic story, a weird story. Do you have any instances where you've met someone for the first time and not necessarily thought they've been a friend or known instantly they're going to be a friend?
I guess when Matt and I first hung out, we improvised together that first night without knowing each other, and it went so well that we're still doing that.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, 15, 16 years now.
Yep.
So that worked out well. Yeah. that one was exceptionally good. I think I have a problem that I approach every meeting of a new person as in this person could be a good friend to me.
Oh, really?
And I think, and I think that freaks people out because I am honestly just an open book goofball ready to just have fun. And if you're down for that and you're not a total jerk or too weird, then we're good. But I don't know. I
can't even.
I don't have a lot
that.
of people that I meet that I go, oh no.
That's my default
happens, but not
state.
a lot. So I'm the other way, which is why I don't like meeting people because they could be my friend forever and I'm stuck.
Yeah. So they could be total
I gotta
scum.
temper myself.
They might be trash bags.
Yeah. And you tried to scare me off too because you literally walked into a cactus before the first time we met.
That's true.
And I had to tape down your jeans in between recording.
That's right. It was awful. That was a terrible day. My hands were literally filled with sticking needles.
Oh. I am quite sad that one never ended up on Twitch because people could just see you taping your hands.
Well, and then Matt picking up the ball shit and getting stuck like a dumbass. What do you think, fool? You got a plan? It's bad. Oh, it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So Brogan.
Yeah, see, so that's it. So I knew Brogan and I were going to give.
I think.
Well, Brogan's helped me out getting stinging needles off my jeans.
That's right. And if that doesn't show a legitimate friendship, what does?
That's friendship.
Yeah.
That's friendship.
When someone duct tapes your jeans, you know it's a true friendship.
That's right.
Should I feel bad for just sitting there while that was going down?
No, you only failed the test. We've already met.
That's right.
You'd passed the test before.
Good.
Yeah. No, when you and Kezi came to do a Jock versus Nerd Day a long time ago,
that was fun.
Great. That was super fun. Yeah.
And you actually gave me a comic then as well. See, this is before your purging of comics. You're like,
well, but again, it was I found out you were a big Yonan Vasquez guy.
Yeah.
You've got tats and everything. And I'm like, well, I can't hold on to this little treasure for myself. This is a person that will truly appreciate it. So
it's very appreciated, and I still have not read the comic yet.
That's all right. Well, I again, like you may have heard the story about all the Spider-Man comics that I gave to Matt's son.
Yes.
And he takes them to school.
Yeah.
And everybody reads them. It's like a big lending library of Spider-Man comics. Well, it's great. Well, that's what comics are for. They're for kids. They're just too damn expensive again.
Oh, no.
It's crazy.
Oh, no.
I used to be able to buy so many comics when I was a little kid, and now they're prohibitively expensive.
That story.
Yeah, even looking back at the ones that I got in like 2011 when I very first started picking up comics, that it's jumped in price by at least 50% since then. I was
nuts.
like, what the actual fuck?
$5 to $8 a book. Like, what? No.
Yeah.
$1.25 hit, and we were like, what?
And the only one that remains the same is Spawn.
Spawn still churns it out, and it's still just as dumb and empty-headed. And I hate the comic, but I love the ephemera connected to it. I talk about all the stuff. I bought this online when I finally got out here. I've had this figure before, but I bought another Violator figure to have, and I just got another Spawn in the mail yesterday. Another Spawn figure. I have so many Spawn figures and toys. McFarlane toys forever. Love it. And I used to have a ton of Spawn comics, but I don't have as many.
I actually put Spawn and King Spawn on my pull list specifically because I like the covers, and every time I see it, I just hear you in my head screaming Spawn. And it's one of the funniest that it cracks me up every time.
It's still, the book has always been beautiful. It's just eye candy. It's just eye candy. But trying to read those stories, like I got back in at 300. I picked up a bunch of the variant covers on 300 because of some of my favorite artists putting out just gorgeous Spawn stuff.
Yep.
And it's the dumbest shit. It's just always the dumbest shit. It started out really up through issue 25, pretty solid. Then it just gets just so dumb.
Is it bad
he
that
throws out all his own rules?
My only knowledge of Spawn is from the movie with John Leguizamo. Is that?
And again, the storyline there is basically the first 15 issues.
Okay, so it's not like they've done a side story or anything like that. They've stayed kind of true to the.
They have done side stories. There's lots of side stories actually. But it's so weird. It's so weird. Spawn's history is so weird. The great stuff gets kind of shelved, and the dumb stuff gets brought up more and more. Yeah. They brought back Overkill. Who cares? I just, they kind of brought back Medieval Spawn a little bit. They bring everybody back a little bit, but that whole thing was really interesting. Medieval Spawn, and the fact that it was Cogliostro, this guy hanging out in the bum alley in Spawn Alley, was this actual Spawn who figured out how to get out of the clutches of Malbolgia. I don't know, but then Malbolgia's dead now. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like he drained all his powers, but he's still fine. He just whatever. Todd.
I'm happy for this. I'm happy for this conversation to go on, but I understand how Jacob feels.
Yeah.
It's a blind spot for me.
This is the kind of conversation I have. Yeah. This is the kind of conversation I have. Very strong opinions about very dumb shit.
That is the best way to be, though, is to have. Well, no. The recent history shows that's probably not the best way to be. But speaking of McFarlane and toys, this is the only McFarlane toy I have, which is H.R. Giger Lee 2. I don't know what you would call it. It's a rendering. We were talking about H.R. Giger before, just before recording, actually.
That's gorgeous. That's a gorgeous piece.
It is really nice.
That's a pricey piece too now, right?
I don't know. I only paid 99 Australian dollars for it back in the day.
Check it online. I bet you that's easily a $200 piece.
I wouldn't get rid of it though anyway, so.
No, but I'm just telling you.
I say that,
that's
but
money.
I've got the H.R. Giger Necronomicon 1 and 2 books as well, which I paid a couple of $100 for at the time. They're up there now that is dead.
Right. Yeah. As soon as people die.
Yep.
Shit gets way expensive.
But speaking of Giger being dead, this popped up on my Facebook memories. I know, Facebook, ew, what are you doing on Facebook, Wayne? I had a comic come up in my memories, which was Giger related. I didn't understand why, because the comic was when he died, but that was back, it was in May, so I was very confused why it's now. But basically, it's the comic, it starts off with... the xenomorph alien looking at a portrait of H.R. Giger, and the xenomorph is like, "My father, you gave me life." And it's like, "You gave me a sharp-tipped tail to stab people's chests," and there's this big close-up of his tail. "And you gave me claws to slash my enemies. You gave me a mouth to bite my prey, and you gave me acid-filled veins. However, you gave me no eyes. Just believe me when I say, I'm crying on the inside." Right? Which I think that was a very nice sort of touching...
That's a cute little...
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But people hate the fucking comic, and it's for a stupid reason. It's because everyone's like, "No, the alien does have eyes, you idiot." It's like, no, it doesn't. It's like, yes, you can see them through the translucent head. It's like, maybe you're confusing it with Alien Resurrection. Sorry, this is the wrong time to be talking about this. We've got a segment for this called Coffee Talk, but we'll lead into it. It's like, maybe you're thinking of Alien Resurrection with the hybrid alien where it did have eyes, and it's looking at Ripley at that point. And there's like, no, you're totally wrong. You can see them. And I'm like, no, have you never seen the special features on the Alien Quadrilogy DVD where H.R. Giger's there like, "Actually, I created the monster with no eyes. It gives another sense of foreboding and danger, not knowing what it is going to do." It's like, I get hate for the weirdest fucking shit with my comics.
Your McFarlane Giger piece is as you have it, loose out of box, pre-owned. I'm seeing one go for $80. But
There
I'm
we go.
also seeing boxed versions going for as high as $650.
I never keep boxes. I always open shit.
You're a good man to do it.
Yeah. Oh well. All right. So
Maybe
maybe.
$80 is still no joke.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's 80 US though as well. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Because it's $1.44 to the dollar. So I'm ahead.
You're in the money.
All right. So we're gonna have to go into coffee talk now because I've started my complaining.
It's time for Coffee Talk. Saving those turtles one straw at a time.
I still love how that music, the symbol just like cuts out when it should be ringing on. It just ends. All right, coffee talk. As we know, coffee talk is about my time to complain, and it's usually about coffees. This time, not really so much to complain about the coffees, except for my own stupidity. As we're aware, I like to make an iced coffee whenever I'm having a drink at home, a giant iced coffee in a huge Yeti tumbler. So I've got it down to an art now where I'll start the coffee being made, coming out of the machine, while I'm getting my milk ready and the ice and washing my Yeti. I'd been out of the house, which is a rarity when I'm making coffee. I'd been out of the house and I'd come back. So I was dressed up nicely, had decent clothes on, and I fill the Yeti with water, soapy dishwater, and I just stick my hand straight in there to, give it a rinse out, and I realized I'm still wearing my fucking watch. So that's on me. That's not a complaint about anything except my own stupidity. But I do have a complaint about one place where I got a coffee today. This past week. And it was a cafe called The Kinky Lizard. Already, points in my book. The Kinky Lizard.
The Kinky Lizard?
The Kinky Lizard. I don't know if they mean kinky as in it's like a bit bendy or, it's into some of that that bedroom shit.
Both.
Yeah, why not? The Kinky Lizard.
You have to be a little bendy to get kinky, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, first time I went there, I was like, "Oh, I'll have a coffee," and they're like, "Oh, do you want me to shit in your purse as well?" That's an old joke. But they have
Kinky Lizard.
They have multiple locations of the Kinky Lizard, and I hadn't been to this one before.
Foam, you have to lick my shoe.
No foam. It's a flat white is what I
foam?
have, and that's another
want a
story
flat white?
altogether. I'm not getting into that. That one will really get me riled up, the foam. Because that was just today with my Macca's coffee. Macca's is McDonald's in Australia. That's what we call McDonald's, is Macca's.
You call McDonald's Maccers?
No, Maccas. Maccas. Not Maccas. Maccas, yeah.
Not Maccers. Maccas.
Maccas, yeah.
Maccas. Yeah, we're going down to Maccas.
Yeah.
Can I have ourselves a QPC with cheese?
I did. You said QPC, and I was just thinking like the Japanese mayo QP stuff. Like that's a very disgusting sounding burger, Paul.
A QP mayo burger?
Yeah, I mean it must
be good.
It's probably not a thing. I've never been
bet it is
I've never
a
been to
thing.
Japan Macca's.
Did you guys get at Macca's? Did you at Macca's?
Of course
you
we did,
get
Paul. I know exactly what we're going to say.
The BTS meals?
We did. And that sauce has made a comeback on its own now as well. Just
You're
recently.
so lucky.
I know.
You're so lucky.
I'm
We
actually
don't get it
considering
here.
just getting some chicken nuggies today just for the sauce.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
for that sauce. Oh, it's so sauce-licious. I'd buy a case of that shit.
Yeah. I mean,
A small case. Like
yeah,
20.
I wouldn't go. I maybe they should sell it in like those big pump packs. I'd buy one of those.
A pump bag.
Yeah.
Oh, sauce sack.
Oh, like
With
the
a hose
Grab
cask,
as
on it?
many.
cask wine where you just like push the little thing in and it comes out. Boxed wine.
Box wine.
Yeah.
Box wine sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wayne, grab as many as you
Macca's
can
in-
while you're there and put it in Paul's care package.
Yes, I'll put it in care
Marcus
packages.
introduces Franzia sauce. Come on down to Marcus. We got sauce by the box full. We know how much you like the sauce, you nuggies. Don't skimp. Don't skimp on the sauce, mate. Have yourself a full box. Marcus is there for you, you diabetic riddled bastard.
If
Eat
you're
it.
not diabetic
Eat all
yet,
the sauce.
you will be.
Yeah, not yet. Just you wait. We're going to start selling insulin. That's how we'll make our business model work.
You think you got too many feet? Buy some of our sauce.
That's right. Have some sauce. Guaranteed to take off feet in 10 to 12 years.
How did we go from me about to shit on Macca's to praising it? That's not what coffee
it's the
talk is
best.
about.
It's the worst and the best.
I can't do McDonald's anymore. Every time I have a quarter pounder, I get sick.
Yeah, it gives me the blowout for sure. It's not it's not food I can keep down.
No.
I have to have my day is done. Like, oh, okay, well, it's 8:00. I'm not going anywhere, not doing anything. Bathroom's free. I'll have some McDonald's.
It's the hit I will take. I'm willing to take it.
Exactly. But it does. It just
What about
right
you,
through
Brogan? Do you go much with McDonald's, being that you don't eat meat?
It's been a few years, but I went through a phase where I was getting McDonald's chips
Yeah.
for my lunch.
Fries.
Because it
McDonald's
was
fries.
so close to work.
Yeah.
Mickey D's fries.
Yeah. So even in
Eh.
Australia, we call them fries from McDonald's, but everywhere else is chips. But McDonald's advertise them as fries.
interesting. Well, they're so much smaller than you're used to, I would take it.
The portion
They're
size
almost like
is sure.
shoestring style, right? Oh, are
Yeah.
they smaller
Oh,
portion too?
you should be well aware that everything in America is bigger.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
But
I thought you'd have larger sizes though.
No,
maybe,
no, we
like with chip buddies that I've had, it's been like that's a whole sandwich.
see,
right
that's like fish and chip shops. Are your big? I guess that'd be
Right.
steak cut fries is what you would consider
Yes.
them. Big, thick
there.
things.
Yes, my favorite.
But no, McDonald's is true to the fries. They taste the same as well in America and here.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But everything else, it doesn't taste the same. It's all a little bit different.
I had McDonald's in China
Mm.
and KFC as well, and yeah, like the KFC patty, like a chicken patty,
Yeah.
even a McChicken has like vegetables in it.
Yes.
It's not all meat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had a McChicken the other
Yeah.
day for the first time in like decades, and yeah, it's just a
Uh-huh.
processed chicken slab with cheese and McChicken sauce. That's all it needs to be. It doesn't need vegetables on it.
No.
I remember Piff talking ages ago about, I can't remember where it was, but he was talking about the difference between KFC and in the UK and in America.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, it's so much better in the UK.
Yeah.
And they were all offended.
Yeah.
It's like, I
I'm
don't know what you
sure.
do to it here.
I'm here to
I'm
shit.
sure it
Shite.
is.
I'm here to shit on American KFC. It doesn't hold a fucking basket to Australian KFC.
I'm bet. I mean, KFC used to be the gold standard out
Mm.
here for a long time, and it was really good. Their biscuits are inedible now. They were the highlight of my life as a kid,
Oh no.
and now it's just like, why not just give me a rock to chew on? They're so gross.
How do you feel about Popeye's biscuits? Because I love Popeye's biscuits.
Much better.
Good. All right. So
Yeah.
we're not.
Popeyes
idiots for
is
saying
definitely
that.
taking the biscuit crown,
Mm.
but it's not hard to take the biscuit crown when KFC is just shitting out bricks. Literally.
Yeah.
You can't. You're inedible. It's inedible. Welcome to
I don't think I've ever had
KFC.
breakfast.
Here's something that you can use to build your house or eat.
And the fourth
You can
piggy
pay your
made his.
stones.
The fourth piggy made
Yeah.
his house out of KFC biscuits, not to be confused with a scone.
Not by the hair of my 4-piece chicken
Oh, I hate that when you get a piece of chicken and it's still got a feather on it.
or lots of hairs.
Yeah, chicken hair.
Yeah, the
Chicken
hairs. Hairy wings.
Oh, see,
Stuff.
no, I do not do meat with the bone. I can't do it.
Don't
it's,
do meat with the bone.
No, never. It's always
Oh,
white
this is
stuff.
explaining a lot, Wayne.
I'd never take the bone. But yeah, I'm very finicky with my meat. If we're cooking chicken at home and I have to cut it up, it's purely just chicken breast. I use
Yeah.
the knife. I scrape the top of the chicken to get the chicken slime, the lovingly known as chicken slime, off the top. Rinse the knife, and then
Slime.
I feel like it's only been in the last 15 years where chicken breasts have just started to get those gigantic, disgusting red veins going through them as well. And I spend time like a surgeon removing these
Taking out the
disgusting
veins?
veins. Yeah.
Like a poo vein on a shrimp.
Yeah. Oh, I don't eat seafood either. I'm very finicky
Oh.
when it comes to food.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're better for it, I'm sure.
Well,
I have yet to get finicky about my food. I don't give a damn.
I don't have much
I
of a
get
choice
finicky
now.
if it's not if it takes more than 1 minute to get to like, oh, I want that. Okay, it's cooked. I can now eat it.
Yeah. So how much time do you spend cutting the veins out of tofu, Brogan?
None at all. It's
Yeah.
great.
I should really actually
I
do
don't,
that.
I don't miss meat for that.
No. It's there is a disgusting factor to meat, and if I think about it too much, I'll still eat it, I'll just feel a little bit disgusted for a few moments.
It's hard because we've evolved to want that, even though it's not the best thing for us. But also, just in general, this planet's not great. People talk about antioxidants. That means things that stop the effects of oxygen.
Yeah.
Which is what we breathe.
I never understand.
We are breathing a very harmful gas. We've just learned how to do it.
Yeah.
It's not great. Doesn't help us.
The first time
we
I
get
heard,
all old and decrepit and die.
The first time I heard about antioxidants, it was in a tea. And like, okay, so antioxidants are a good thing for us, but that means they are stopping oxidants. That means oxidants are bad for us. I'm not a scientist. I don't know.
Nor am I. Not by a long mile.
So let's check in with our resident scientist, Brogan Hastings.
I was quite good at physics when I was I almost did a mechanical engineering degree, so that's science.
I guess so.
Did you build roller coasters?
No, nowhere near as fun. I learned how to add.
They don't do that in first years.
Add? That was your physics was adding?
Well, the mechanical engineering degree, I did the first year off, and literally there was classes that taught you how to do 2 + 2. And I wish I was joking. But yeah, I sacked that after a year.
Okay.
I went and did law. Hey.
I think Kentucky maths would even be able to handle intro to engineering.
Maybe.
I can see the doubt in your face.
Don't test it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's
absolutely my Achilles heel.
That's the way I like to have Coffee Talk go, where it goes from complaining into a happy place. It doesn't happen very often. But speaking of our happy places, this podcast is, if it's not about accents, it's also about art. I've been very fucking lazy this week and have not done anything at all in form of comics. But Brogan, have you drawn anything today? This week, just today. Have you drawn anything today?
Yes, which you know I have.
No, that's not finished yet. So that comes later. That's an in progress work. Have you done? Oh, you're talking about that. Never mind. I thought you were talking about something else.
Talking about Matt sticking his leggy way up with his Birkenstocks.
You don't have to say, of course I have, Wayne. You've seen it. I know I've seen it. This is a way to bring up conversation during the podcast.
It's very early in the morning for me.
Yeah, I forget that. You should be sleeping, Brogan. So what was it?
How crazy the time difference is with everybody here.
Yeah,
this is nuts.
We're in three time
international.
Zones.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to work out.
Here.
It's easy for me to work out our time difference because we're just 12 hours apart, me and you, Paul.
Oh,
but I know
it's 8 in the for you.
Yes, that's well. Yeah, that's right.
Do you get up? Do you get up at that time?
I have to on a Saturday because I have to take Kez to work for 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oof.
Yeah, she doesn't drive, so I am the chauffeur.
Oh, that's cool though. That's a nice way to do it.
Yeah,
if you can.
Oh yeah, she's got a good gig going on, not having to drive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anne's got a 7-minute commute, so it's all good.
That's pretty.
She'd
good.
love me to drive her.
Yeah, but you're not you're not getting out of bed for anything less than.
I mean, I could.
Yeah,
I could, I guess, but that seems kind of silly.
Yeah,
she needs the car there to do stuff sometimes.
Yeah, you never know when you need to leave.
She has to go pick up extra stuff.
That's right. So
it happens.
Brogan, I missed you saying what you drew this week.
I drew because obviously we don't know what time this is going out. So the latest ICS episode had Matt talking about his Birkenstocks.
Oh, okay.
So I drew Matt with his Birkenstocks.
Because
he's very fond of them.
Oh yes.
And was showing them off on the Zoom call.
He was, wasn't he? Yeah. Okay, because I remember seeing the picture now, and I misremembered it. I went and looked at it again this morning, and I remembered it as Matt with the leg up in the air, but only wearing a shirt and pulling it down over his crotchular region, which I think is funny, but would have taken away from the Birkenstocks.
Not to out myself here, but I will say I did reuse a panel it was a picture of Paul that was in one of the animatics, and it's the exact same pose apart from
the leg. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Which is why the hand is so weird.
Hands are always weird. Nobody can draw hands. It's fine.
I drew it on my lunch break, and I was like, I don't have time to fix that. It looks funny as it is.
I did see a book in it was a magazine at the local shops. I'm not going to name names because we do not we do not advertise here.
Putting a shop on blast. What's
All right,
going on here?
fine. No, it's not on blast. It was Woolworths, all right. But people don't care where it was. It's about
Still
the
have
book.
Woolworths.
I don't know if it's different because we have Coles as well, but Coles is different to Coles in America, or different to Coles in Britain. It's just I don't know why everywhere has the same names when they're different. Our Coles is spelled with a C.
Ours is not.
Exactly. It actually in the 90s it was called Coles New World. So they were changing the face of supermarket shopping.
Oh, it's a supermarket.
Yeah, so it's a grocery store. Both Woolworths and Coles. Very different because in America, grocery stores sell alcohol. In Australia, they do not. It's just purely groceries, food, and shit like that.
They sell guns too. Alcohol, guns, and baby.
And
That's
babies.
America. We sell alcohol, guns, and babies.
Soon there's going to be a surplus of babies, so they're going to be able to probably no joke.
Get in on that ground floor.
Yeah.
That ground pelvic floor, everybody.
This magazine, I think every artist is going to need to buy it. It was How to Draw Horses, and no one can draw a horse. And I think that is what we should do, is How to Draw Hands, because artists cannot draw hands either. At least comic artists cannot.
Hands are tricky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why my hands just look like giant penises.
Well, yoinks.
Yeah.
I always
Yoinks
defaulted to
indeed.
mittens.
Yeah.
When I draw hands, everything's like 3 fingers. I've got a drawing here that I did. When I draw stuff, it's very much got a sort of Matt Groening vibe.
Ah, yes.
He was a big inspiration. Yeah. My hands are like 3.
They're clovers. They're almost like clovers.
Yeah. Here's one for you, Brogan. It's Scottish Matt.
For those listening,
Love
Paul is
that.
holding up I think it's a leprechaun.
It is.
I don't know if that was a purposeful dig at Brogan or a faux pas.
It was. It was a purposeful dig.
Okay.
I know it's not
Good.
Scottish.
You know, it does.
It does look like
it
Matt.
does look like Matt. That's really good.
Yeah, all you gotta do is do the squinty eyes.
Yes.
That's it. It's not hard.
No. Matt is he's
easy to
Irish,
draw.
not.
Yeah.
He's not
He's easy
Mothra's
to
agent.
draw. That's why I said Matt is lucky.
Yeah. Ah, yes. Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
Speaking of Paul Mattingly originals, I've got one here. I showed Brogan it yesterday. This was from visiting the Churn in 2018. And,
oh gosh.
I've made a little book here.
Oh,
it
is this the diagram for the escalator?
No, but that was there as well at the time. This is the hissers, the basketball
the
snake.
Slam dunk, the hissers.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's a picture of
hissers.
a snake holding a basketball on its tail, and there's
That's right.
there's basketball phrases like "in the paint" and "to the hole," but this just cements in Paul not really knowing much or caring much about sports, because it proves he does not know what a basketball looks like.
Let's see it. Does it look like
It
looks more like a volleyball?
It looks like it's round. Hang on.
Okay, well that's 80% of it done.
Yeah. And it's got dots on it, but the squiggly lines.
Oh, you know that's what basketballs look like.
Yeah, totally. It's like a mixture of every sports ball that has ever been. But yes, that's a
Oh, the
prized
hissers.
possession now.
I forgot about that. That's
Yeah.
that's quite the piece there.
So you
Look out, Louvre.
the Louvre, yes. You know,
The
I believe that there's still a lot of contention about how the Louvre was built. They just don't know how they did that pyramid.
They don't know how they did the glass
Yeah,
pyramid.
I mean, some say it was
People can't
aliens.
figure it out.
Some say it
yeah,
was
it probably
slaves.
was aliens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine so. But by aliens, I
Or-
mean like illegal aliens who have come from another country to work.
That's more likely
Yeah.
what happened.
No, Stargate aliens.
Ah,
Stargate aliens
you hate.
who were
Do,
Egyptian.
do you hate Stargate, Paul? Is that one of your hates?
I do.
Yeah.
I hate Stargate. Yep. It's dumb.
Yeah, I do not like it at
Real
all.
dumb.
Yeah, the
Yep.
only thing it's got
It's
going for it
dumb.
is Dick Dean, Richard Dean Anderson.
The first movie was kind of fun,
Mm.
was interesting, but it wasn't great. And then the fact that they spun it off into this janky Knight Rider goes to outer space bullshit. Get out of here with your trash.
See, I watched it with my dad growing up, so every time I see it, it's like
It's got an
that's
emotional
my
connection.
dad's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get that. That's me with my Next Generation.
Mm.
Yeah, Next
That too,
Generation
funnily enough.
was absolutely a family thing.
For me, it's a
Gives me the warm fuzzies to watch Next Gen.
it's an
but
Aussie.
not Stargate.
For me, it's an Aussie police procedural called Water Rats that I'd watch.
Water
with my...
Rats?
Water Rats. Yep. So it was.
Whoa.
It's no sci-fi or anything. It's
It happened down by the docks.
no on Sydney Harbour. So they were the water police, nicknamed the
See,
Water
that's just it.
Rats.
The water police. So there's got to be a lot of water police because you're basically a big old island.
Well, people aren't really. Oh, okay. We're not getting into politics. I was going to say people aren't committing crimes out in the ocean, but always a point of contention for political parties is stopping the illegal asylum seekers who are coming in via boat. So we're not talking about
Everywhere.
politics.
That's they keep showing those. We got the dumbest ads out here. Every time I throw on YouTube now, it's like, we all know the crisis at the border. It's getting worse every day. I'm like, first of all, you've not specified what border,
Yeah.
and you've not specified what crisis. Fuck your fear-mongering garbage.
Yeah.
This is a lie.
Too many
This is a
people from
lie.
Indiana are making it across to other states.
Well, soon that is going to be the problem.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to try and flee all these places. Yeah, not to get too into it, but yeah, even here in Pennsylvania, we just had shenanigans going on with our politicians at 11:30 at night,
Oof.
trying to slip stuff into our constitution for the state. It's awful. It's awful. It's everywhere right
Yeah, that's not the only thing that politicians seem to want to be.
now. Where's the
having
water
people
rats?
yeah, water rats. I don't know how. I mean, I guess they could modify their boats to have wheels, like the James Bond car that's also a boat. They could go along the giant wall at the same
The
time.
boat of car.
Mm.
There are a few of those still around.
Yeah.
I mean, the cops, if anybody should have those, the cops should, right? Because, suspect jumps in the water and, well, that's it.
it's
We
like
lost
playing Skyrim. If you needed to escape the guards, you just jump into a lake and swim away, and they're not following you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only they had
Man,
water
I've got, like,
boats.
3 different saves on Skyrim where I'm stuck in a cave with a dragon outside. I'm fucked.
I
Can't do
never
anything. Not
really
strong enough to kill the dragon.
I never really got into the Elder Scrolls games, and I decided I'm going to get into the latest one. What was it, number 4? Yeah, it was Skyrim. Yeah, I wasn't talking about
Skyrim's the 5th, I think.
Yeah, I meant the one. Oblivion is the one I was talking about, but either way,
Right.
Skyrim I tried to play, and in my first hour's worth of playing, I got stuck in a rock, and I could not get out. So I was like, that's okay.
Uh-huh.
I'll just reload my my save, and my last save was waking up in the cart at the fucking beginning of the game. It's like, god damn it. It's like, hang on,
Yeah.
there's autosave. So I load up the first of the 10 different autosaves, and it's me stuck in the rock. So I load up number 2, me stuck in a rock. And every single
yes.
autosave is stuck in the
Yep.
rock.
Mm-hmm. It's tricky. You got to save constantly in that
Yeah.
game, and then even save.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yep, I gave up on it. Because
I get it.
I say
I
it
bought
was
it twice, and I still have only played
Yeah.
about 15 hours.
I've traded it in twice.
Yeah. And, hey, it's a good game.
Yeah.
It's just really hard.
Mm.
Brogan, you got any games you're playing right now?
I
mean, we're talking like hot takes. This is Skyrim, 15-year-old game.
Yeah.
Been re-released 18 million times.
Every platform known to man.
SpongeBob.
You've been playing SpongeBob.
SpongeBob Rehydrated.
Oh, okay. But is that on the new PlayStation Plus service? Is that why you're playing it, or is it a new game?
It was a free game last month before.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been sitting there.
Yep.
And Destroy All Humans. I've just
Yes.
finished.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
So I kind of was like, I need a palate cleanser, just something nice, small, easy, and then I'll pick from one of the stupidly long, hard games I've got here.
Do games take you a long time to finish though? Because I know that you're a trophy whore, to put it nicely. You
Yeah,
try
if
to
you-
platinum
if you-
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You should play
Yeah.
Skyrim. You'll never have to play another game ever again.
why I don't play Skyrim. There's
Yeah.
one on my trophy list, Judgment. Fucking good game. Such a good game. But I can't finish one of the bits because it's a drone race and I can't win the drone race.
Oh,
So
no.
it's stuck at 88%, and I'm like,
Shit.
Oh,
That's why I don't even
It's
try
dumb.
to get achievements. I know that I'm bad at video games. That's the problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know my limitations.
Yeah.
It just makes it's so nice and neat though. The OCD in me just it's like
Sure.
yeah.
Oh,
I
tidy.
play a lot of Fall Guys. That's my joint.
Yeah. What are you playing it on?
Yeah.
I'm playing it on Switch now.
Yep.
I was on PlayStation and it just popped over on Switch and I transferred over all my stuff and I got a bunch of extra treats for being an old school player.
Oh, cool.
It's harder to earn
Being
money
free, yeah.
now, but that's all right.
Yeah. It's not,
Still enjoying the game.
What do you get? Costumes? Is that it for?
Yeah, you just get costumes
Yeah,
eventually,
who
basically.
cares?
Yeah.
I look like the basic
Yeah,
bitch fall guy. I don't give a damn.
Oh, I'm crazy about all the wacky outfits. I've got a bunch, but I've
Ah.
been playing it for, I played a lot during pandemic.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I've got you on Switch, but if not, we'll swap Switch information.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been,
Yeah.
you're not the first person to say to me this week that they're playing Fall Guys on Switch. So
Fall Guys, it doesn't play perfect on Switch, but it's fun.
something that does apparently play perfect. Me and Brogan are going to get into this. Is the Portal collection? Have you?
Oh yeah,
If you haven't-
I really thought about buying that.
They're good games, and apparently this
I
is
love
the
those
best
games.
console version as well.
Really, the
Yeah.
Switch version.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I might just have to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
I already got it in my wish list.
Yeah,
I wait for a sale on especially older games like that. It's usually like 2 months in, 3 months in, they drop it a couple bucks, and every little penny
yeah. I mean, I was expecting
for a
it to be.
freak gamer like me.
I expected it to be a full price game, like over here, like $60 Australian,
Oh,
but it's like $30. I'll pick it up.
there you go.
And I've never actually played.
That
If you've
to my
never
shame.
played it,
yeah, that
Yeah,
cut me
I've-
deep, bro.
I know, and I know the stories. I know the background. I know everything about it. I just never played
but
it.
that's great that you've never played it. Now you can get the best version on the cheap. You've got a Switch, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been so long since
It's
I've
so
played
good.
the multiplayer, the co-op. That will be like a new experience playing that again with Brogan. So
There you go.
we diverged a bit. You touched on drawing your drawings and that, but I believe you've said in the past that as a youngin you would draw comics as well. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were they like what I do, like 3-4 panel comic strips, like Garfield or?
No, I used to do like whole page spreads.
Okay, so
this,
yeah,
but I would fill everything. I had this character called Humphrey the Whale
yeah.
and his little manatee friend Neville, and Humphrey was based on an actual whale that kept getting stuck in Chesapeake Bay,
Oh, what?
and yeah, he kept getting stuck in the Chesapeake Bay, and they had to
What,
throw
he was just
dynamite
like a
down there to
fat
try-
whale and like physically stuck. He couldn't move.
No,
Or...
he would just get in there and I don't know, fart around on the bridge or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But they had to keep like thinning down blasting caps to get him to go away. So I was like, all right, this is a dumb whale. So I just did Humphrey and Neville, and I would draw them, and then I'd just make a parody of something involving Humphrey and Neville. So
Yeah.
it was Humphrey and Neville in Star Trek, Humphrey and Neville in horror movies, Humphrey and Neville and whatever. And I would just do and then I'd put all kind of little side jokes and weird things. Yeah. Yeah. I used to, and again, Matt Groening being a big inspiration. The Life in Hell books were a
Yeah.
big inspiration for me. So just putting doodles everywhere and covering a page with work,
no
was a big
negative
influence on me.
space, no blank canvas.
really
Yeah.
filling everything in. Yeah. I would do that on like my homework sheets where it has like assignment calendars. Every page, every panel had doodles in it.
Yep.
At the end of the year, it'd be like, what were you not doing anything but drawing them? Yeah. Nope. That was it. Fuck your school. Get out of here. Leave me alone.
See, that's what you should have done. You should have gone to art school.
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah.
I did take some art classes in college
Okay.
briefly and did a little bit of drawing there. And that was fun. And yeah, I got a handle on the basics, but I never had the discipline to really just commit.
Yep.
Dive in.
I've got no
Never made a
artistic.
go of it.
I was going to say no artistic training, but I've also got no artistic talent either. I think,
But enough work. I mean, your stuff is already like way better than where you started even just a couple years ago.
yeah, I
So
noticed that.
it's doing the reps. It's doing the reps. I'm a huge fan of Penny Arcade,
Yeah,
and watching Mike's evolution over the years, decades now, has been just incredible.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can do it. Anybody can do it with enough dedication. It just takes real blood, sweat, and tears that I was not willing to offer.
It does take up a lot of time. Just
it does, and I was too into trying to do performance.
Yeah, I think,
the improviser's curse. We are the laziest artists in the world.
And I think we're grateful that you didn't go the art route and went for the other art route.
Fair enough.
Because that gave us our art route. Or me at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't be nearly where I am without posting it to the scoops. I would have given up a long time ago.
So did you do?
That's just it. You just gotta keep trying.
Did you do much drawing before though, Brogan?
I think I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like in high school and stuff, but nothing. Like I have a vague memory of drawing a comic that was like in a maths book, so it was all squares.
Yeah.
And it was this cow, and just every panel along there was like a shadow that got more and more and more, and then the last panel was a satellite fell on the cow. I don't know why. That was just it. I don't know why I thought that was funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's absurdist.
It's like very Far Side.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid, and so I used to do them and almost art stuff. And then I wanted to do my own, so I did a thing called the Demolition Frogs. And it's the same kind of thing. I would just do frogs that were like superhero team of frogs, and like it was Captain America Frog and Wolva Frog, and like I did all the Marvel guys, like Spider Frog. Yeah,
Spider Frog's the good one. That just sounds weird.
Spider Frog was cool. Yeah, Captain America Frog was my favorite.
See, I feel like
that was a good pun.
Brogan has no right. It sounds like an insult. It has no right to be an artist because Brogan churns out work so fast at such a decent quality. It's like, I feel attacked as someone who draws shitty comics, who takes a long time in a terrible art style. It's like, Brogan is too skilled.
That's still the funniest thing, because like I was saying, when Matt first reached out to do the Penn Sunday School postcards, he literally sent me an email. It's like, ideally we would like 3, but I need just 1. As long as I can get 1 before the end of the month, that's fine. I had 3 back to him by the end of the day, and he was like, you can take your time, it's fine. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, yeah, just please like me. I can't let Matt down.
Do you worry about burnout though, that if you're taking on too much?
A little bit, yeah. I have a couple of big projects.
Yeah, that's right.
Cracking on with.
You've still got time. We're being a bit coy about it because
yeah,
certain people here are not allowed to know about it at the moment.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Oh,
fair enough.
For no spoilers, there will be something for the 1000th episode.
Yes.
That is currently being worked on.
Very cool.
And I will say no more, but it's a fucking big project.
Yeah. We still got to figure that whole fucking thing out.
Yeah. The way that Matt talks about it sounds like it's already all sorted now. It's like, yeah.
Not even close. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It all works out in the end.
Probably, if anything, to stay true to the Ice Cream Social brand, you should just actually forget it's the 1000th episode before you start recording.
That'd be funny, but we can't at this point. Too many people are like, oh, no.
There's a countdown going on Twitter as well. It's like, you've got X amount of weeks until. So
yeah, we have to. We're gonna do something. I mean, it's nice. That's quite the milestone. I don't think I've done 1,000 of anything else.
No, not. I
think maybe I dressed up as a space alien. Actually, I did. I definitely did dress up like a Klingon over 1,000 times.
Yeah. How many years did you do that for?
Almost 10 years.
And how many days a week?
4 days a week. Basically.
There you go. I mean, without even trying to, let's go to our resident 1-year mechanical engineering degree student. What is that?
Roughly 200 a year for 10 years. Yeah, about
a fuck ton.
Times.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So you would have racked up your 10,000 hours. So you are an expert Klingon, I assume.
I am. I am a Cladwell Klingon. Mm-hmm.
Have you been watching the Orville?
I haven't, but I hear great things.
Yeah. So as someone who hasn't really watched much Star Trek, it feels more Star Trek than Star Trek does.
It certainly has been filling that void for me. I watched the first season and a half. I haven't finished season 2 yet, but I really like it much better than a lot of what Trek was doing currently.
Yeah.
Although Brave New Worlds is good, I got to keep watching that. Everybody keeps telling me that's the bomb, So I need to finish that. And Lower Decks is
Yeah, I should really start Lower Decks. 'Cause that's the animated one, isn't it?
yeah, it's one of two animated.
Oh,
ones.
okay. So maybe that's where I'm getting confused.
Yeah, there's another animated one with Janeway as the captain.
Ah, yes.
Endeavor or something. Is that what it's called?
Rings a
Voyager.
bell right now.
Janeway was on Voyager, wasn't she? So I don't know if it would be.
Yes, but it's not
Endeavour.
Voyager. The new show is something else.
Okay.
Can't remember what it's called.
And not forgetting the OG Star Trek cartoon.
Oh,
I
yes.
love the OG Star Trek cartoon. I love that. I did not as a kid like it, but boy, I really came to appreciate it.
There's a Scottish
It's good meme
character.
fodder.
Maybe that's what we should go for.
It is. It's great meme fodder. That Kirk putting up.
I've got my favorite meme from it is there's it's Kirk and Spock hugging, and it's my favorite because my friend sent me it once, and that's all. I've got no other. I'm stalling because I can't remember what the text was. So yeah, let's forget about that. But
Yeah, they had the alien that was driving the ship with Sulu. That was cool. Couldn't have that in normal TV back then.
oh, okay.
That's true.
I thought you were gonna say by
It's like
today's
that's what the
standards.
Orville does now.
Yeah.
Huh?
With
No, he had like an arm growing out in front of his chest,
yeah.
and he was all skinny and weird.
Yep.
What was his name? Daxerl or something? I can't remember.
I'm gonna say
His name.
Daxorl is his name.
Daxel. Hang on. We're coming up on a new planet, Captain. Yep. There's a planet there. He seems to have found a planet, Captain. Oh, tell you what he's found, Sulu. He's found my foot in his ass. Get to work.
Brogan, jump in as Scotty.
The engine's Scotty, take it, Captain.
All right, so we've
How much longer till the nacelles are fixed? We need them fixed now.
I always love it. Sounds like he is not quite at climax, but basically there with the ahs.
Yeah. I used to do all the captains. I have really dumb impressions of all the captains. We got, of course, Captain James T. Kirk, and then after Kirk was Jean-Luc Picard. I'm Jean-Luc Picard.
That's
You
your
must take
pick, huh?
off of my ship. This is Jean-Luc Picard. I, Captain Riker, Mr. Riker, Mr. Data. Go down to the.
What would Picard sound like just before point of climax?
Oh my goodness, Q! What are you doing to my penis? Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe what is happening. Oh. And then you have Avery Brooks, who is amazing, but also talks like this the whole time. You don't know what you are doing. Go to God.
Forgive my ignorance. Which series was that?
That's Deep Space Nine.
Okay.
Jake,
Yep.
Jake, I need you to understand your mother was killed. Your mother died, and I watched it happen. Now we live on an alien spaceship. Oh,
I think if all bad news was presented like that, if anytime someone's mother dies,
go down a little bit
yeah,
better.
Yeah.
And you got Janeway, and then, oh, Chakotay, you are my rock.
Chakotay.
What would I
yes.
do without you, Chakotay? I need you, Chakotay. You're so special to me. It's basically Captain Redburn.
Yeah.
Chakotay. Oh.
And that is prior to point of climax as well.
7 of 9. Chakotay. Mr. Paris.
See, Voyager's the series that I've seen the most of because Kez loves Voyager.
I have grown to really appreciate Wonder Days. Didn't like it as much back in the day, but it's fun. It's a little silly. It's a little goofy, which I like.
While
And
we're
then,
on the Star Trek. Oh wait, there's more captains, isn't there?
yeah.
Continue. No,
Well,
go.
there's just one.
Go on.
I don't really have an Archer.
Okay.
Just, I'm Archer.
Oh, whoa. That transported me. And not on a holodeck
Porthos.
transport.
Porthos is my dog. I traveled through time.
But we're on the Star Trek run, so we may as well. I have not discussed this with Brogan yet. We had something else teed
Uh-oh.
up for our accent challenge.
Whoa.
Yes, but why don't we go Scotty? Because last time it was So I Married an Axe Murderer. We were going to go. We'll save William Wallace for another one, but maybe. Are you comfortable with Scotty, everybody?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Should we bring up an actual quote, or should we just say what we assume Scotty would say?
I guess say what we assume Scotty would say.
All right.
There's only one thing Scotty would say.
That's right. And as the resident Scot, Brogan, you must go first. Yeah.
I have to prepare myself. I like to get myself into my own accent.
You need a keyword for your own accent.
Now I'm embarrassed. The engines can't take it, Captain.
It's the canne. It's the
That's it.
canne that is the best.
Can
Yeah.
The
That's
engines
actually-
canne
actually,
take
that's-
it, Captain.
Yeah.
Well, while we're talking about things, there's a couple of words that I think I use on the daily that I don't think are words outside of Scotland.
Oh, yes.
I used one with slaking, and he sent an email to Jacob saying, the word I used was swithering, and I don't know if that's a word outside
Swithering?
Swithering.
Yeah,
Paul, what does
it means you're-
swithering mean?
I thought it was hot.
I thought...
Oh, that's weather is swithering. I've sweat enough. I've sweat so much it looks like I've gone swimming.
See, I thought it was just and this year's winner of the House Cup is swithering.
House swithering. 20 points of swithering. Go swimming.
I like the temperature thing. That's not right. Swithering is when you're just like I'm swithering between doing this or doing that.
Okay.
You're not sure.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
We'll take
And I
that.
used it
Swithering.
with-
Indecisive.
Yes, that's the
Okay.
word. And I used it with slaking, and he then sent an email to Jacob saying Brogan's swithering brackets Scottish word, and I was like, what the fuck?
All right. What have you got another Scottish word for us that the rest of the world will not know?
What? You'll probably know it, but I don't know if you use it, which is one that my friend Christine at work mentioned. Do you know what a jobby is?
A jobby. Yes. Paul, do you know what a jobby
jobby?
is? Yes.
I think so.
Go on then.
That'd be a handy J.
Oh, see, okay. I think it's something different. I think it's when I've got my lunch break coming up, and I do need to go do some business, but I'm gonna save it for later while I'm on the clock and do a wee jobby, so I get paid for taking a shite.
Oh, is that it? Paid to pooping on the clock? Is
Or
a jobby?
just doing a
Just a shite.
Yep.
A shite is doing a jobby. Okay.
doing a job, a
That's
wee
better than-
jobby.
A blow jobby would be
Yeah,
like
say
a blumpkin.
yeah. At the same time, I do. Yeah, I think it. I feel like it could go either way for that definition. I mean, we are changing the etymology of words here of an entire country.
Well, it's all changing so fast right now. Who can keep track?
That's right.
Just on a global scale.
See, that one that Brogan said to me was I used it in a comic, and it was a guy said, "I don't take no guff from anybody," and Brogan giggled at the word guff. So, what if I say I ain't taking no guff, son? What do you think I'm saying, Paul?
I'm not going to take any lip from you. No back talk. No bad attitude. I'm not going to take your guff.
That's it. But apparently, guff, Brogan, is
Shite. It's just nonsense.
okay. I thought you
No,
said it
it's-
was.
No, what did I say?
You said it was a bad smell. Yeah.
Guff
don't
is a
remember
bad
that.
smell.
Maybe it wasn't guff. Maybe I used a different word.
I don't think it was guff.
Really?
I
Okay.
think he changed it to guff.
What word would you use to describe a bad smell?
In place of guff.
Do you guys say Mings?
Mings.
Yeah.
That's a little too close to I don't know if this is
Yeah.
just Australian. It's
No,
a-
that's
okay,
a bunch
good.
of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, minge. What is minge? What would be another?
If you're minge mings, you got trouble.
Yeah,
You got a mingy minge.
yeah.
Look out.
There we go. Forget the
One
guff
thing I
thing,
can think of
Brogan.
is-
Don't worry about it. We'll work that out at a later date. You're just trying to make me
keep me
look a
up all
fool
night,
in front of
The
Paul.
mystery of the guff.
McGuff was a detective dog, or is that
The MacGuffin.
McGuff.
McGruff, the crime
McGruff?
dog.
Okay, yeah,
McGruff.
crime dog.
He took a bite out of crime.
Yeah.
Then it turned out that the guy who did his voice was actually
Oh no.
a criminal himself.
Okay, we're not going to go into the details of the crime because I worry that it's
Nope.
going to ruin the
You
the
should be worried.
childhood.
It's terrible. It's exactly what you think it is.
it's going to ruin the
It's exactly what you
childhoods
think
of
it is.
other people whose
Exactly what you
childhood
think
he
it
didn't
is.
already ruin.
Nail on the head.
Yeah.
You got it. It's terrible.
See, I'm glad we did not have McGruff the crime dog in Australia.
Nope. He was taking a bite out of some other stuff.
Yes. Okay, so I'm happy with that accent challenge. It didn't go far enough. So Brogan attempted an accent. listeners,
Brogan wins.
No. Brogan does not win by default. Listeners need to vote on Twitter with hashtag accent challenge and say whether Paul, myself, or Brogan did the better Scotty impression. So we're still in for a chance, Paul. It could happen, even though we did not attempt.
Sure, I'm sure.
I don't stand a chance against Paul when it comes to accents, even my own.
Oh, now I feel bad. Brogan, I'm going to vote for you.
Like, sympathy vote.
But my vote doesn't count. All right. So yeah, hashtag accent challenge. That's the new hashtag that we decided on after our last one was a bad idea. We'll tell you.
Mingy Min.
I'll tell you what the hashtag originally was, Paul, but it would have got us into a little bit of trouble. So yeah, hashtag or tag us at nice.
Minge, minge, minge.
That would have gone a lot better. We would,
triple minge.
frankly, we could have just said hashtag cunt and it would have been better. But yeah, at nice pod bud, NICEPODBUD. It's not about gardening. It is about our podcast. Also on social media, if you want to talk to Brogan, it's just at 7 billion needles, and that's the numeral 7 with the word billion and the word needles, not the numeral needles.
The numeral needles.
That's right. And Brogan, if you want to jump in and say what my handle is, go right ahead.
Just call me out. I was about to. And if you want to speak to Wayne, it's at Wayne Geo. I would spell it, but I can't remember how to spell.
No, you did well just to pronounce it. And Paul, where do people find you on the internet?
You can find me at the famous Paul or at anything Hey Scoops.
That's right. That's on all platforms.
Mattingly's Ice Cream Social. Yeah.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Paul, and having a chat about some random things. Spawn is
My pleasure.
Very random for me.
Spawn!
And the art talk and your I want to say it's an affliction you have when it comes to meeting new people because it feels like that is the mentally challenge the mental disability, let's call it. Not me. I don't have the mental disability of hating everyone.
I do. I try to be like, oh, I'll be friends with this, but I'm too nice. I'm too nice.
That's right. Well,
I'll take too nice.
Thanks again, and as always, you are always welcome to stop by anytime you feel like it. Thank you. You've kindly put the hand out to me and Brogan to be on Ice Cream Social, which I have to say was some of the best times that I feel like me and Brogan had together. Was getting to chill with you guys. It's always fun.
Helping me take literal needles out of my hand was great.
Yes.
My pleasure. That doesn't sound right.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
I'm always
and
there to take needles out of people's hands. I've been working at a methadone clinic for years.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I'm a doctor.
Taking needles
and
out of people's hands.
This person needs to be vaccinated.
Get them to Macker's. Get them a box of sauce.
The injection of sauce. That's how you lose your feet faster.
Yep, straight sauce IVs.
Well, thanks for stopping by and listening while we still try and work out what our podcast is. As we mentioned, it's going to take 3, maybe 4 years for us to get into the swing of things. So stick around, stick with us. Like, rate, review, because apparently that helps. We still don't know because nothing's live. We may be having a success without your help. And what do we say, Brogan?
Stay fresh, cheese bags. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Stay fresh, cheese bags.